I start this one? Hey guys, as you can tell by the title of this video, I have a very big announcement. Right now in my lifetime, I am not totally sure of who I really am or what I want to be in the future. I think a lot of kids at our age really aren't, and that's totally acceptable because we're only 14. You don't really expect us to have a total plan for the future. All my life, I have been what people wanted me to be. I've been, like, all my life, I haven't really thinking about what I want for me. I haven't really thought about what I am. It's difficult to explain. We'll use the example of classes of kids in my school. We have the people who like musicals, the people who do sports. I remember back when I was in 5th, 6th grade, there was a group of kids who always just played football. And those kids were, in my opinion, the cool kids. They didn't care what anyone else thought about them. They didn't care about the rules, and they didn't really care about what other people felt like they should be. That group of kids, I wanted to be with that group of kids. It's natural for kids our age to want to be with the cool kids, whatever that means. But if you look and you really think about it, that's stupid. Everyone's cool in their own way. Maybe this guy likes this. Maybe this person likes this. Just because they like that doesn't make them cool or not cool. It depends on how you see. You see them as cool or not cool. And that's totally your opinion. It's not anything to do with them. If you don't like what they like, that's that. You may not think they're cool, but to other people, they're cool. And so this whole idea of fitting in with the cool crowd is just really not accurate these days. They're always going to be the kids who people think are losers, always going to be the group of kids that people think are just not cool. And that is not fair to anyone. I wanted to play football with those kids because I want to be one of the cool kids. I mean, it's kind of natural for people our age to want to be with those who they think are cool. And so I asked, and surprisingly, they let me in. They let me into their group of just sport. This group of sport. And when I got there, I really liked it. I liked hanging out with them. They were all okay people. But it wasn't what I really wanted, and I can see that. The more I hung out with them, the more I became like them. It's hard to really describe, but if they wanted me to do something, I would do it. If they wanted me to be like them, I would do it. I would do anything to be a cool kid, to fit in with the whole crowd of just all of these popular people. Eventually, as we started developing, went through middle school, these people, they changed me. I was a product of what they wanted me to be. I became more vulgar than I would have. I swore a whole lot more, and I swear a lot anyway. And I let what they wanted me to be become me, and I never thought for myself. They liked basketball. I'm fairly good at basketball, so I could run with that crowd. And they like me for the fact that I can play basketball very well. But maybe I want to be doing something else, but they want to play basketball, and I'll just push what I want to do off because I want to be with the cool kids. These days, things can be used as insults that are not necessarily meant to be used as insults. I think that really these days, people use gay as an insult, and that's never okay, especially if that person is gay. Being gay, that's your choice. If you are a guy and you like guys, that's who you are. That's who you're trying to be, and if that's what really makes you happy, and that's who you know you want to be, don't let anyone get in your way. Just be that person if that's who you want to be. My best friend in my whole world is a kid named Travis. I've known him for 9 out of 14 years of my life, and he's always been there for me. And there's just this one time where we always hang around together. We always did, and nowadays we have actual schedules. They have to go places and do things. But we used to hang around so much, and I remember just this random kid, I'm not even going to bother to mention the name, just came up to me. He's like, "Why are you always with that Travis kid? You guys are so gay." And I remember I couldn't understand at the time because it was so unexpected to me. And I just remember I didn't say anything. I just stood there for a while, just trying to figure out what had happened, because I hadn't seen it coming at all. My friend Travis came out as bisexual, and every day I hear people saying, "Oh, that fucking gay kid," or something like that, and people judge him for it, and I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know how he feels. It's really depends on how he feels, but I feel that that shouldn't be happening. There's nothing wrong with being gay, being transgender, or anything like that. You are who you are, and if that makes you happy, be that person. But make sure it's what you want. And be proud of that person. Just tell everyone that's who you are, and you're not going to let them change that. And I think especially in modern society, people hide these things about themselves because they're afraid that they'll be judged, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You need to get it out there and let them know that they're not going to let you change your thoughts about yourself. All your positive thoughts, and that keeps you happy, they're not going to be able to take that away from you, ever. Let them know that. And these days when people introduce themselves as these things, they get judged a lot, and it can be scary. Every time that I do something, I'm scared I'll be judged for it. And sometimes I do it, and sometimes I don't, because I'm just too scared I'll be judged. It's a big deal for me to come out and tell you these things, what I want to be, who I feel I am these days. And so that's why it's a really big deal for me to give you the chance to know that I'm just a kid. I'm a kid who likes basketball and has good friends. And that kid, he's not really sure what he wants to grow up to be or what kind of job he wants to have, but he's sure of one thing. That kid is straight. And it's fine for anyone to be anything else. If you're bisexual, you like guys and you like girls, or the other way around depending on what your current gender is, you shouldn't be judged by that. No one should be judged by their choices like that. If you're a guy and you want to be a girl, be a girl. It's not up to everyone else to judge you or tell you who you should be, because you control your life. You're the person that decides who you hang around, who influences you. It's all up to you. And yes, sometimes life can get overwhelming, and you break down and you cry and you let other people get to you. But the longer you do that, the less of a say you'll have in your own life as you grow up. So take the initiative now. Stand up for yourself. Choose, as soon as you feel you're able to, who you are. And don't let anyone else try to tell you who you need to be. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for the watching.